said, except for I don't agree with you are the only candidate that has the information technology experience. But first, before we get into that, I want to acknowledge my family who's here. And the main reason I'm running is because I live here in Bernalillo County. I was born in Albuquerque. I'm from here. I have a vested interest in what happens here in this community. Secondly, I have children in this community. I'm a mother. I understand the dangers that our kids face, the horrible phone calls in the middle of the night, that something has gone wrong because of the crime. I agree with Patrick. In Bernalillo County, crime rate is up, while the rest of the country is enjoying a decrease in crime. Yeah, crime's down 10% nationally. Here in Bernalillo County, property crimes are up 9%. That's terrible. Violent crimes are right behind it. The initiatives that I have started when I worked at the police department involved taking care of women, children, and the elderly, the most vulnerable of victims. So, the FAST team, and I noticed the sheriff is not here. I'm kind of shocked that he's not here, the interim sheriff, because this is our opportunity to showcase.
Please be courteous throughout the whole debate. Thank you.
Thank you, I'm sorry. This gives us an opportunity to reach out to the public. It's you voters that are going to decide this race. And I think it's important that we have the opportunity. Can you hear me now?
No.
Hello? Thank you. Oh, much better. But I think it's important for you, the public, and the party, and our family, and our friends to be able to see what we have to offer. That's right. There are more than just me and Patrick running. So I think it's important along the line that you get to see and what we have to offer as individuals, what our experience level is, etc. So again, I am disappointed that Patrick and I are the only ones here because I think it's important. I think it's important that you, as the public, has the opportunity to see and hear what we have to say and what we have to offer. I'll tell you a little bit about my background. I grew up here in New Mexico. I lived overseas for a brief period. I attended New Mexico State University. I have a bachelor's degree in foreign languages. I came and joined the Albuquerque Police Department. I'm a third-generation police officer. My grandfather was a police officer in Las Cruces, and my father started his career here in Albuquerque as an Albuquerque police officer. My husband, Miranda, is a New Mexico State police officer. I have several family members that are police officers. This has been my life. I want to get back into it because I see a need, and I think that Patrick's right. I think the Sheriff's Department needs to have a candidate who's going to stand up, a sheriff who's going to stand up and do what's right, someone who's not afraid to be transparent, someone who's not afraid to include the public, and someone who's not afraid to admit when things go wrong and take responsibility. I've done that before. In the Albuquerque Police Department, most of you know me from the evidence room scandal. While everyone else turned a blind eye to that, I stepped forward, even in spite of being threatened with my job. I almost got fired, and this was at the end of my career. After serving 23 years, I was a commander when this happened. But I wouldn't turn a blind eye because it was important, because there was evidence being stolen, there were drugs being stolen, there were guns being stolen, and all of these contraband items could have ended up back in the street. The other reason it's important for you as a community is that property was taken that belonged to victims when we would recover property. So it impacts you for a lot of different reasons. Cases got dismissed because the evidence was just not there. Bad guys went free. I just don't believe that that's, I believe that the kind of sheriff that Bernalillo County needs is someone who's not afraid to stand up and do what's right. And I beg you for your vote, and I know that I am the candidate who is not afraid to stand up when things go wrong and to be honest and to answer questions truthfully and to not cover up incidents within the organization, and to bring transparency